So here are all the bright colors, and so again, same concept. Red and green cancel each other out, purple and yellow, and blue and orange. So I'm going to get a little close, and I'm going to start with what's the darkest, okay? So definitely in here, I'm definitely dark, and see how much color it has, but I really don't want to take care of all of this because this is giving me some structure there. So I just really want to take care of this one little spot here. So saturated in color, think blue. So I'm going to use this yellow orange because I want the orange for the blue, but there's probably a little bit of purple in there, so the yellow takes care of it. And I'm only going to put it on the color. You don't want to go outside where that color is. You just want to smear it all over because you're going to create this halo effect. It's because you're putting color where it's not needed, so then it's going to show up. So I'm just really tapping it in those areas, and you can see how that compared. And then this doesn't look as dark. It was just in that center. Do the same thing here. Now I'm going to take care of the very dark age spots that I have hyperpigmentation, and a lot of times this is I could spend an hour. If I just focused on my eyes, I could see all these colors thinking I have to cancel all of that. But if you just go to what's the darkest first, what's the darkest distraction, and come the way down, or work your way down, sorry, then you will find that what you thought was colored or a distraction really wasn't. So now I'm going to use the same little small brush, and I'm just going to focus on the darker age spots. And since they have significant color in them, I'm just going to say they're blue. That doesn't look blue, but just trust me, it's got blue in it. Okay, so blue and orange cancel each other out. So I was using this yellow orange because I had very vibrant blue and purple together, broken capillary side of my nose, here to eye, and some veins at the side of my eye. So now I'm going to take care of the next stage down, the next intensity and color. So I'm going to use the 01, just orange. And when you tap in, guys, you're not grabbing up color, you're just tapping. You need very little. And then I'm just going to focus on what is darkest first. So when you're placing this, you want to be very intentional where you're placing it, and put it right over the color in like tiny little dot areas. So you can see that definitely it looks as if I have no age spot. See how that's showing up? That means I've got too much product. All right, so definitely took care of, and see how this vein right here, I didn't do that really quick. I'm gonna go back to this orange yellow, because it's very vibrant in color, and I'm very intentional where I place it, and you could see how that vein is gone. Yay! Okay, so right here, what I thought was blue circles or dark circles underneath my eyes, really and truly, it's not. So there's a couple little age spots there. So I'm very intentional where I place them, right on top of that age spot, and there's another one right there. And there's significant, I thought that was blue dark circles, and it's really just an age spot, and it makes it appear really dark. So see what I've done? That totally took care of it. So it's really an age spot, not dark circles. See how this one right here on my eye is significant in color? Like, the reason why I know it's got blue in it, because when I try to put the red on it, it doesn't go away. And see how I mean, you cannot detect that at all. I'm going to focus on these two lovelies. These are old, they're scars and they're healing So typically with something scar and healing, or it looks very angry, so it looks extremely red. So I'm going to go to green, and I've just the tiniest amount. And in between colors, you want to make sure to wipe it off. But there's so much, so little on there. You just want to be really and so I'm just kind of going around it. That one looks exceptionally blue, so I'm going to put the orange to it. And just tapping it right on the color. This one has significant color, so blue just disappears. Okay, now this one still has a little bit left in it in the dead center of it. I went around it with green. So now I'm using some of the orange to take care of the darker area. And this one has some color to it as well. Now in my chin, all in this little area is very purple. So I'm going to use some of the yellow, but because I'm changed my mind. Just right here where it seems purple but significant color, I'm gonna start with the yellow orange. And really, truly, it's not my whole chin. It's a couple of spots. I didn't see that before. Now. So here's one that's very pink. So you want to think green. Because green and pink would be red. The tip of my nose is kind of very red, so I'm going to use the green right here. And then that leaves a little red patch there. So see, I'm just taking care of colors as I go and just like finding the darkest, and then go to all the darker areas first, the biggest distractions first, and then it will reveal anything else that's kind of the red. You think you would see more red than anything else, but you really don't. It's the blue that you're seeing. So I'm saving this green till the very last to take care of any areas that are significantly red, and it ends up being just a couple of spots there. Okay, now I would sculpt my lips. Very easy to do. Same idea. I'm going to use this same brush, just wiping it off, and I want to sculpt out my lips. I am very yellow green around in here, so I'm going to do a touch of purple here and just sculpt out my lips. And then I'm going to use some red there where I'm very green with, I have some hyperpigmentation. So I'm going to use the NR instead of the +1. Where I have hyperpigmentation there. Kind of, and just anytime you have hyperpigmentation, think green. So you would use, especially if they're fair and not very bold, you know, they're green, so you're going to use red. Same thing here. Just sculpting out my lips just a little bit. Okay, so now I have some small light age spots that are definitely green, so I'm just using a little bit of the red. And I'm going to go to those that were very light. And I'm just using tiny dots. See how I'm really green right there? And that green makes it appear like a shadow. So that really softened it up. All right, a fun little thing I like to do is take a little bit of the yellow, tiny bit, fluffy brush. Do you see how I'm just kind of purple right there? But it doesn't have an exact perimeter. So I'm just kind of softening those lines there.